As I told you that during puja we are going to do a few lessons, we are going to learn a few lessons. So today what I have thought, I'll just give you the introduction to voice change. Okay, I'll just give you the introduction, and after that we shall move on. So as we know, what is the meaning of the word voice? In English grammar, voice does not mean contour. It means the mode in which you are presenting a sentence. So if I want to say the farmer is working on the field, then what is the verb? Working. Now, who is working? The farmer. So here you can see the action of working which is being executed by the farmer. That is, farmer is the doer and farmer is the subject of this sentence. So when the doer of the verb is the subject of the sentence, first you find the verb and then you see the doer of the verb. When you see the doer of the verb is the subject of the sentence, then you will understand that this sentence is in active voice. Now coming to the next type, that is passive voice. The work is being done by the farmer. Now see, in this case, what is the verb? Is being done. So we can understand that some work is being done, right? But by someone. So whenever this by part is coming and the doer is being shifted to the end of the sentence with this preposition by, then you will be sure that this sentence is in passive voice. So the preliminary introduction about active and passive voice comes here, that active voice is a sentence where a sentence which is an active voice is something where the doer of the verb is the subject of the sentence. On the other hand, passive voice is actually indicating a sentence where the doer is moving to the end of the sentence followed by the preposition by. So the presentation of the sentence is getting altered, right? So now we shall today learn a few very basic, the first basic rule of changing an active sentence to a passive sentence. Okay, so number one, let us take for instance the simple present and simple past tense. So if I say the boy solved a sum, the boy solved a sum. So first you will ask which is the verb. Solved is the verb. Now you asked who solved? The boy. Therefore who is the doer? The boy. What is the object? Sum. Right? Now our next question will be, our next duty will be to bring the object to the beginning of the sentence, that is the sum, and to take the subject to the end of the sentence, the boy. So now what is the structure? The sum in the beginning and the boy at the end. Now in the middle, solved, this past tense will change to was solved. Why was? Because the subject, which is sum, is a singular word. We are not saying the sums. So was solved. The sum was solved at the end, the boy. So we shall insert by. The sum was solved by the boy. Right? Now if I say the boy solved the sums, then what will be the sentence? Same thing. The sums, the boy by. What will be the verb? Since it is past tense, it will be was or were solved. Now since now the subject is sums, which is a plural word, the auxiliary verb, the supporting verb will be were. The sums were solved by the boy. Right? Now if I tell you the boy solves the sum, what will it be? The sum comes to the beginning, the boy goes to the end, by comes before the boy, and this will become either is or are. So since sum is a singular word, the sum is solved by the boy. On the contrary, if I say the boy solves the sums, so it will be the sums are, because sums is a plural word. The sums are solved by the boy. So in this way we can understand how to change the sentences in simple present and simple past tense to passive voice. So object becomes subject, subject goes to the end, just before the subject there comes by, and this word it becomes the past tense, it changes to either was or were, followed by V3, the third form or participle form. Right? depending on the number of the subject. So if it is some, it will be was. If it is sums, it will be were. Please don't follow the old subject, follow the new subject. So actually the object of the mother sentence, which is becoming the subject of the answer, will determine the verb, the auxiliary verb, whether it will be was, were, is or are. That will determine. So this is the basic of active voice and passive voice. In the next video I will be doing the continuous tenses, and I will also brush this up. Okay, so that's all for today.